Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie.
And welcome to National Park. Alright, so it's Friday night and we've come down about an hour from our house around the southern end of the lake. Hey, so Turangi NZMCA for the next few nights. I sort of wanted to sleep in the car and I think she's a bit tired. But the plan's just to hang out for the rest of the school holidays.
Yeah, find a few walks.
Yeah. We kind of have been so busy at home with firewood and a whole lot of other projects that we needed a sort of quiet weekend away. We've put zero planning into this weekend. We just thought end of school holidays, let's come away. It's currently raining, and the last time we were at this NZMCA park, it was raining as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, we still had a lovely weekend though.
That's true. Very positive, Chelsea. So yeah, we'll just hang out tonight, I think, and then see what the weather's doing tomorrow. We want to head down towards the mountain, check out some walks, some waterfalls.
Maybe do some mini golf.
Oh, mini golf. Yeah, just see what the weekend brings. Yes. Hello. There is a campground down in National Park actually that you can stay at, but not dog friendly. So we thought we'd stay at the NZMCA. We're about half an hour away from the mountains, probably from here, 45 minutes, but it means we can take the old boy with us. He quite likes this caravan and the kind of right next to the diesel heater outlet, so he stays nice and warm. Well, I think this sums up what a pretty perfect Friday night looks like for us now, eh? In bed. In bed at 8 o'clock. Nice rain pattering on the roof. A book, a cup of tea. Perfect. Alright, well, it rained all night. It's raining right now and pretty miserable out there. Girls are just doing a few activities. I think it's just going to be a rainy inside day today, I suppose. It's supposed to be nice weather tomorrow. It's kind of almost like a carbon copy of the last time we came here. I think that was our final trip in the old caravan, and it poured with rain the first day, and then we had a beautiful day up the mountain the second day. So yeah, maybe much of the same, hopefully this time. So yeah, I think we're just going to hang out in the caravan. Chelsea's outside in the rain, taking the dog for a wee. The joys of travelling with a pet. Yeah, kind of getting sort of like flashbacks of what it was like in the middle of winter when we lived in the caravan. Small space, you know, a bit of condensation, and so you got to crack a couple of windows and get some airflow, and yeah, fun times. Right, so this is the NZMCA park here in Turangi. It's a massive sort of gravel car park. There must have been a building here, I think, once upon a time over there. Because this bit behind me looks like a road or some sort of driveway, but it's just fenced off. But you can kind of park right down the bottom there where you see a few people, or up here by the grass, which is good for the kids, and walking the dog for a wee on the tree at night. But yeah, quite big. You can fit a couple of hundred vehicles in here easy, I think. There is a little shed, little sign-in shed. There are bins, fresh water, and I don't think there's a dump station here, but that's alright. We're only here for the weekend. Well, this NZMCA park has a little, quite a cool looking little building actually. Some are just tin sheds, but this is like a little, I don't know, some sort of outdoor shed. Massive selection of books, and books all down here. Apparently the local hospice in Turangi here donate books, so we got to do what we always do. And I found it straight away. Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code. I've been telling you guys for a while that there's always one of these here, and then the ones I've shown you have never had a copy. So, there's two on the same shelf. So 2 copies of the Da Vinci Code. I bet there's more. Well, there were 2 copies of the Da Vinci Code, standard ones. And look at this one here. Never seen one this big, but this is look how thick that is. The bumper edition of Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code together. I don't think I've actually ever read the Da Vinci Code. Maybe I should give it a go. But I did find a Michael Connolly. I really like the series, Harry Bosch series. There was a TV show made of it as well. LA detective sort of series, but good. I'll reread that. Quite a few books here. I always like how there'll be old like Women's Day or New Idea magazines as well, like you're going to go and read the gossip from 2 years ago or something. But yeah, look at that, good selection. Right, well the kids are getting stir crazy, so we are going to go for a walk. There's a thermal walk you can do down the road, about 20 minutes apparently, around some bubbling mud and that sort of thing. Yeah, we'll just get the kids out. That's what raincoats are for, right, and gumboots. I didn't pack my gumboots or my rain jacket, but we've got plenty of umbrellas, so go for a little wander, have some lunch, and then tomorrow the forecast looks awesome, so hopefully do some exploring tomorrow. A fair amount of thermal activity here. There's these kind of like hot springs like this one behind me, where the water's just like steamy and warm, and apparently there's bubbling mud. There are some concrete baths somewhere here where they used to bathe. The local iwi back in the day bathed here and probably used the hot water for cooking, I imagine. And so there's some concrete baths somewhere that were built at some stage where they would siphon hot water out of the springs and then mix it with a bit of cooler water and actually bathe in there. So it's quite a nice little track. It's sort of 20 minutes apparently. There's these lovely, these are all New Zealand natives behind me, all this manuka you can see up here, these taller trees. And these are what we planted in our backyard, if you've been following along on that adventure. All our property videos, we planted a whole lot of these sort of trees behind me here, manuka. There's a bunch of different varieties and they kind of grow big and sort of woody, and yeah, they're a nice looking plant. So I'm hoping one day our backyard will look a little bit like this, maybe like this sort of path here. But yeah, we'll see. I imagine they take a long time to grow. I guess they say no soap because those pools that we just saw, those old concrete pools, drain straight into the stream here. But yeah, quite a nice little walk. Pretty nice looking thermal activity going on. It's free, so can't complain. There are similar walks in Taupo itself, Craters of the Moon, which have a bit more going on actually, now that I think about it, but you do have to pay to get into them, so if you're looking for something free, this is pretty good. On a fine day as well, the stream here is quite clear and you can see a lot of trout in it. They hang out just below the bridge you walk over to get in here. It's quite murky today, so we can't see any, but if you want to see trout for free, this is a good spot to come. It's a spawning stream apparently. I don't know if that's got something to do with the hot water. It might do, but yeah, you can see a lot of trout. You can't fish off the bridge, but yeah, you can, you know, see trout. The kids love that. There's also hot pools here as well, so they use some of this water from these springs to heat the pool, and I think maybe the water in the private pools is the same sort of thermal water. So it's about $12 an adult, I think, to get into the pools. They're more of like a sit and soak sort of hot pools. A lot of people, when they come back from skiing just up the road, we will hopefully go tomorrow, they'll come back and have a soak, you know, on the way back home. So it's not like water slides and that sort of thing, but yeah, quite nice looking pools. Kids have just found a random rooster wandering around in the rain. So yeah, I think we'll go and go to the supermarket, have a bit of lunch, and probably just a quiet afternoon, DVD or something, do some puzzles, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can explore further. Alright, well the sun is out, kind of. So we've come over to National Park just over the hill from Turangi. First stop of the day is Tawhai Falls. So if you're ever on the way up to the mountain, to Mount Ruapehu, there is a small car park on the left about 2 minutes up the road as you turn off. And there's a waterfall here, and they actually filmed some of Lord of the Rings here. This is Gollum's pool from Lord of the Rings. So yeah, it's about 10 minutes from the car park. Pretty cool waterfall. You can climb around on the rocks, get some photos. So it's well worth stopping. It's kind of one of those like blink and you'll miss it pull-offs. It's just the one sign on a busy road, but it's well worth stopping. There's also parking on the opposite side of the road if you've got a camper van. But yeah, we'll have a look at the falls, and then we will head further up, I think, to maybe the chateau area, base of the mountain, have a look around there and go from there. So we were just leaving, walking up the path, and we saw some people dragging some kayaks down. So we're going to go after them now. I have a feeling they're going to kayak over the waterfall, which is pretty insane. So yeah, we're going to follow them, sit on the bank for a bit and see if we can't get them going over the waterfall. I'm not sure how long it'll take them to get ready, but we'll see if we can get a shot of that. So there are loads of short walks in this area. Well, there's actually just loads of walks. Some like this, which is the Whakapapa Nature Trail, sort of a 10-minute walk right up to, I think the sign said like some that are like 5 hours return. There's Turangi Falls over that way, which is I think a 2-hour return, which is a pretty big, what do they call it? Like a bridal veil punch bowl sort of falls, which looks pretty nice, but probably a bit too much for the kids. So yeah, there's probably, at least you look on Google Maps, there's at least 10 plus walks in this area you can do, kind of depending on your fitness, all sorts of different lengths. So if it wasn't so cloudy, we would be able to see Mount Ruapehu up there somewhere and amongst those clouds, but unfortunately you can't see the top today. You can still drive up in the summer, and you can take the Skywalker gondola up as well, you know, if you wanted to go up as far as you can go up to that cafe. But yeah, better to go up in winter, I reckon. There's a bit of snow. Alright, we've come another half an hour down the road, so further south, to Ohakuni, which is a little town, kind of a sort of ski resort-ish sort of town. There is another access to the other ski field from this town, but it's a little bit quiet in these sort of shoulder seasons, busier in winter. Apparently it's got a cool playground we saw on Google Maps, Carrot World or something. This place is famous for growing carrots, parsnips, swedes and potatoes, and you can pick up all those things quite cheap from the stores here in town, like outside the dairies and things. It's also got a famous chocolate eclair shop, which we always stopped at. It's quite famous for people to stop at on the way home from the mountains. Big day up skiing, get a chocolate eclair on the way home. They're about the size of your arm. So we'll get a few chocolate eclairs, we'll let the kids have a run around, and yeah, not sure what to do after that. The weather is starting to turn again. Fun times. So we just got home, pretty successful little weekend away I think, aside from that bit of rain. Rain in the caravan's always fun, get all those flashbacks to weeks of rain when we lived in the caravan. But we actually ended up coming back early, so it's a long weekend here in New Zealand. Today's Monday, tomorrow's Anzac Day. I took today off work because we thought we'd go away for 4 days. But we realised that the girls, we signed them up this term to something called Princess Ballerinas, which is like a, I guess, entry-level ballet class for the girls, so they can get dressed up as ballerinas and hopefully get it out of their system in a couple of terms. Their first night, we were told, was tonight, Monday night. So we came back early for that. Now, half an hour before Chelsea went to leave for Princess Ballerinas, she had all the girls dressed up and everything. Half an hour before she went to leave, there was a message saying, dates are a bit mucked up, it's actually starting next week. So we could have stayed. Chelsea was a bit livid. We could have stayed for 4 nights, or 4 nights away, and but one of those things. We'll get all prepped for school tomorrow because we're back into term 2. Now, videos coming up. We've got a few on the pipeline. I'm going to go up to InsideOut RV as well and look at those caravans I've been sort of talking about. They're due to come in a couple of weeks, so it's plenty in the pipeline. Stay tuned. Thanks as always for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you taking the time to comment and watch our videos and follow along on the adventure. So yeah, thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video. you.